Everyone, glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. On our sideline reporting tonight, Allie LaForce. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Guard spots filled by Demon and Thomas. Michael Porter's out there with Sharp. And it's Claxton in at the center position. And Doris, the rhythm of the season beginning to set in. Teams are starting to establish their identity.
They're also starting to understand, all right, these are our rotations. The players are now establishing their roles. You are definitely starting to see teams not only hone into their approach, but refine their approach.
Left side, Porter shoots over Herter, and it's White with the rebound. And so White will bring it up for the Bulls. Herter kicks to White. Here's the chosen one. His last outing, 16 points for him. Here's Vucevic, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
Not often you see a big like Vucevic pull off that kind of move.
Outside, Porter. Nets passing it around. Poke loose. All by himself. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Bulls shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And Greg, while they need more star talent, the Bulls have had only one top 5 pick in the last 17 seasons.
Yeah, it's like being on the treadmill of mediocrity, right? When that's the case, you've got to outperform your draft position. They've had some good picks in that time, but really no all-stars.
Well, this is exactly what the team needs and is hoping for from Claxton. Get to the window, convert your second chance opportunity.
Here's the chosen one. Takes it off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
Well, this is what you want your big to do. Set a quality screen and then be opportunistic on the catch.
Right the pass to the chosen one. Here's Vucevic, and the rejection by Claxton. White against Thomas. Pass to Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
Well, Claxton could have an apartment up near the rim. These dunk attempts are routine.
The chosen one passes to White. Now Buzelis. Defended by Sharp. 5 to shoot. Lets it go with a 3. The rebound by Demon. Brooklyn trailing. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Thomas against White. And stolen by White. Pass to Vucevic. Back to White. Now here's Vucevic. Claxton covering.
This is why he's out there. Protect the paint at all costs. Nick Claxton send it back.
Porter against Herter. Shot clock at 5. Outside White. A three-pointer, no good. The Nets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Thomas, no good.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
Pick by Vucevic. Trying to end the drought. Rebound, Brooklyn.
He might be forcing things a little bit right now. Credit the defense for how they're playing him.
The kick out to Porter. Bounce pass, Thomas. Lets the 3 fly. That's good from Porter on the assist from Thomas.
And such a sharp shooter from outside the arc. Porter just superb at knowing when to fire from deep.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Taking a look at New York. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And checking out Chicago,
they're on autopilot right now. They're a middle-of-the-road team that isn't getting any better or worse. And I think they may ride this one out all the way through.
Here's the chosen one. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Here's White. Sinks the three-pointer. White's got 6.
A volume three-point shooter. You have to expect White to connect on those looks from the outside.
Pass to Demon. There's the screen. Sharp, the pass to Claxton. Here's the chosen one. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. White, wide open. He fires. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nets. They trail by 1. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, and that one, unbelievable shooting display, especially from long range. That turned out to be the difference.
Well, and I think what that was a product of was their movement off the basketball. Just tremendous work on the perimeter.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's the chosen one. They set the pick. 6 to shoot. To the paint. Porter with the steal.
What outstanding defensive anticipation and a poor decision passing.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 5 points in the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Herter kicks to Vucevic. The chosen one passes to Herter. Fires the 3. The rebound by the Nets. Outside Thomas. Pass to Demon. Here's Claxton. And here's Porter. Elbow shot is on the way. Right wing. Here's Demon. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Pick by Vucevic. In the corner. Herter with it. Back to Vucevic. Porter with the steal. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Brooklyn.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Here's Claxton. He's coming off a 10-point game against Charlotte.
And he was aggressive in how he played on the defensive side of the floor, notching 3 steals on the game.
Pass to Sharp. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's the chosen one. Outside, White. Will it go? There's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
And that one drops for him. Now just a 4-point Brooklyn lead. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Pass to Porter. Claxton sets the screen for Porter, and Claxton throws it down.
And just playing well within the offense. Porter's not forcing his own shot and shows solid court vision and passing ability.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Chicago, Jalen Smith comes in for Booz Ellis. And Josh Giddey's subbed in for Kevin Huerter. Then for the Nets, Clowney's checked in. Mann subbed in for Demon. Bulls trail by 6. Here's the chosen one. He has 6. Inside, here's Smith with the stop.
That's really impressive movement from Jalen Smith. Set the screen, get to the hoop.
Mann with it. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And there's the foul. It'll go on Terrence Mann. That's his first foul. For Chicago, they've gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Here's the chosen one. Pass to Giddey. 5 on the clock. Takes a 3. Drains the three-pointer. And now just a 1-point Nets lead.
Well, you love the play call by Josh Giddey. Calls the screen to him. Simple pick-and-roll action. He understands what to do with the ball.
Claxton. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. 10 points for Nick Claxton.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's the chosen one. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
You know, Greg, talking about Cam Thomas now, what are some things you'd like to see him improve on?
Well, I'd say defense first and foremost. If he's able to improve there, as well as his passing and playmaking, watch out. He's already an incredible scorer.
Now here's Giddey. Following the miss by Michael Porter. Outside, White. Pass to Vucevic. Over Claxton. And it's Vucevic missing.
Boy, this guy has completely lost his focus. Nothing working.
Porter finds Thomas. He's looking for Porter and finds him.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
Here's the chosen one. Defended by Mann.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pass to Porter. Here's Mann. From past the arc. Rebounded by Vucevic.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And here is Giddey. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Orlando. Here's White. Porter with a block.
Good work on the defensive end for Porter Jr. Timing things just right there to get the block.
Fires for 3. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
And so it's Brooklyn with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We come back right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings... And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. On the wing, Giddey. And they call an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Outside, Porter. Sharp sets the pick for Porter. Pass to man. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Shot clock at 6. Back to Porter. Shoots over Herter. Porter, no luck.
Well, this guy typically a nice touch from mid-range, but obviously can't make them all.
Giddey the pass to the chosen one. Back to Giddey. In the corner. Herter with it. That's good, and so Giddey with the assist. Herter's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. That's to Demon. Sharp with a screen on Giddey. And again, it's the Nets missing. Chicago with the ball. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Here's Buzelis. Herter passes to the chosen one. They set the pick to the middle. Buzelis' shot is good. Now it's a 5-point Bulls lead.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Here's Demon. 8 points for him. Sharp finds Porter. Sharp with a screen on Herter. Back to Sharp. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Here's Demon. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie Laporte. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, Kevin. Those who worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." Back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Now, here's Porter. His last outing, 16 points for him. And then Sharp with the dunk.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by the Bulls.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, the Nets trading this summer for Michael Porter Jr. And after playing a complimentary role in Denver with Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, he now becomes a focal point. He said he's not really a big city guy with all the traffic, but listen, he can expect plenty of crowding every time he touches the ball.
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. Hey, Shams, thank you very much. Here's Demon. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And now just a 1-point Bulls lead. Giddey surveying the D. Pass to the chosen one. Down low, here's Smith. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Bulls lead by 3.
Boy, that's a high percentage look by Jalen Smith. Exactly what you want your big man to create.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. So, for the Bulls, Vucevic, he's checked in for Smith. And it's wide in for Josh Giddey. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Thomas comes in for Mann. Now, Claxton, he's got 10. It's Thomas on the wing. Light covering, just 5 on the clock. Sharp the pass to Thomas. From outside the arc. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Here's the chosen one. 8 points for him. Here's White. Thomas grabs the rebound.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Porter looking it over. And such a nice move to make the basket work. Porter's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Vucevic is screen on Sharp to the inside. Vucevic with the bucket.
Well, Vucevic at his best. A reliable interior scorer. Great size, great touch.
Here's Demon. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Good on the triple.
Boy, this guy doing his job spacing the floor. He had 2 triples in the first, and he just gets his third to go.
Here's the chosen one. Pass to Herter. Now Buzelis. Herter kicks to Vucevic, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Herter. And a look now at some of the players we can expect to see in this year's dunk contest. Always one of the great events of All-Star Weekend.
It is, Kevin. You just can't take your eyes off it. The ideas those guys come up with, and then the guts it takes to pull them off, always blows me away.
Well, you look at Buzelis. He's definitely got a shot of making it to the top 4 slots this year. We'll just have to see if he ends up moving up.
Listen, I know this guy is hoping he gets the opportunity to be a part of it this year, and it would be a huge disappointment for him if he's not able to showcase some of those phenomenal dunking skills.
So there you go, and as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
Another bucket. This guy just keeping his foot on the gas pedal.
High arcing shot. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from the chosen one. Brooklyn's gone 5 of 9 when they put up a 3-point shot tonight. Here's Demon. 14 points for him. Lefty move. He takes it up and lays it in. Demon's got 16.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Pass to White. Here's the chosen one. It's blocked. Intercepted.
2 minutes remaining in the
Another steal.
2 minutes.
Here's Demon. He's got 16. They get it again. And here's Sharp. From outside, off the mark.
Well, you can see they are willing to absorb some of these open shots from this guy because obviously another miss here.
To the middle. And Claxton throws it down.
Claxton, an elite finisher at the rim. That is nicely done.
1:21 left to play in the first half. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
For Chicago, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
A really talented youngster. Matas Buzelis comes from Lithuania, and they have a very rich basketball history there, and he's hoping to add to it.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
And Chicago has possession, following the bucket by the net.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Pass to Sharp. He's looking for Claxton and finds him.
Oh my goodness, that is an absolutely insane finish by Nick Claxton.
The chosen one passes to Herter. The tray. A rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And Sharp has it in the corner. Here's Demon. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so that brings the first half to a close. Nets out in front, leading by 7. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment.
Thank you for joining us. Getting right to the story. Things are going well for the Brooklyn Nets.
Saw how they crashed the glass? That's Dr. O'Neill's School of Rebounding.
I did not know there was a class I'd enroll. Heck, who wouldn't want to take part in that? And now it's time to bring up the Players of the Month in the NBA. In the West, Nikola Jokic.
For the Joker, last laugh is typically on the opponent. No one has been able to slow him down lately. Also, on and off the court, his leadership has been great for this team.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game, Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Bulls trail by 7. Starting off the second half, here's Jordy Fernandez's foul. Thomas on the wing. He's joined by Porter. Sharp out there with Nicholas Claxton. And it's Demon in at the 1. Here's the chosen one. Just 5 to shoot. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Here's White. Misses the 3.
Boy, I don't love his shot selection tonight. You've got to work for better looks.
An efficient score, Kobe White, effective with or Greg without the ball in his hands.
And that's a rare quality. A guard who can break you down off the bounce, but also willing to give it up and then zip to an open spot. It just makes him so difficult to defend.
Here's the chosen one, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. To the paint, here's Herter, and the layup's good off the glass. Herter's got 7 points.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Igor Demon. That's his first foul. To the right side. Here's the chosen one. He's got 10. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside, White. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 11.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
Pass to Thomas. Again, the Nets for 2.
You love the start to the second half. 3 for 4. Can they keep it going?
Here's the chosen one. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game.
And how about the patience from Buzelis and the body control? He doesn't rush through that play.
Here's Demon. Oh, trying for it. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And Greg is a former point guard in this league. Give us your top floor generals of all time. The guys that can direct the floor and can control a game.
Wow. If we're talking traditional point guards, I mean, I got to go, man. Isaiah, CP3's in that conversation, Jason Kidd. But I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which that includes guys like Steph and Iverson, West, and the great Oscar Robertson.
Mr. Vucevic has elite range for a big man. He will punish you from downtown if you let him.
And good that time.
You want to talk about a perfect performance? He hasn't missed a shot all night. Incredible.
Here's the chosen one. He's got 10. Pass to Vucevic. Launches a 3. And the Bulls, another 3.
You love the decisiveness with which Vucevic is making these decisions. He's got the green light to shoot it on the catch.
And so, Jordy Fernandez decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
Now, taking a look at some stats for the chosen one. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. He's averaging 20 points, 10 assists, and over 2.5 steals. And what a luxury for them to have someone like him who can absolutely fill it up coming off the bench.
I love it. He knows they're looking for him to bring immediate offense, and he very rarely disappoints.
Here's Porter, and the layup falls. Porter's got 15.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Outside, White. This one for three. The rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Now here's Porter. He's got 15. That's it. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Herter kicks to White. Claxton with the steal. Jumps up, and Claxton throws it down.
Boy, Nick Claxton active offensively and thus far being well rewarded.
Kick by Vucevic. Puts up a 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Sharp's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Claxton. Now, here's Sharp. Here's Thomas. It's rebounded by Herter.
Sometimes you just lose that little bit of focus, and this is what happens.
And a big part of the Nets' shot diet comes doors from beyond the arc. They love the 3.
They do, Kevin, and for a team that struggles offensively and lacks interior scoring, firing away from distance gives them a puncher's chance every night.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. It's stolen. All alone and finished off by Porter.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Pass to Buzelis. Here's the chosen one. 6 on the shot clock. For the 3. That shot missing.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Bulls making a switch here. Giddey's checked in, and the Bulls will go for a different look here. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Buzelis. Dosunmu, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. And it's the chosen one in for White. And a new group in for the Nets. Conley's checked in. Michael Porter comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Williams, he's checked in for Thomas. And it's Powell in for Demon. Porter passes to Mann. There's the 3. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Smith with a screen on Powell. Nice shot by Smith. Smith's got 4 points this quarter.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Nick Claxton getting it done for the Nets. He's up to 26 points in the game now, just keeps pouring in the buckets. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here. with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Dosunmu. Jalen Smith is out there with Patrick Williams. Then it's the chosen one, and it's Giddey in at the point guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's the chosen one. Michael Porter making his last shot. Here's the chosen one, guarded by Porter. Picked by Williams. The chosen one passes to Williams. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Defensive foul.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Brooklyn.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity, forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game. That bucket is really just about the efficient use of a screen. That's nicely done.
Pass to Clowney. And here's Porter. Man with it.
What's the screen? Kick it out.
And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. On Thursday, they'll be taking on Lauri Markkanen and the Utah Jazz. Then on Saturday, they'll take on Zion Williamson and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And you know, for that matchup with Washington, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge. +8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Powell, the pass to Porter. Tipped away. Dosunmu with it. Now defended by Powell. It's Powell on the wing. Pass to Williams. Nets passing it around. Porter, no luck.
Still looking for his first triple of the half. He had 3 at the break.
Here's the chosen one. Defended by Man. They set the pick. Here's the chosen one. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got his 3rd assist on the night. Powell, the pass to Porter. And Jalen Smith is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Vucevic checked in for the Bulls. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Now here's Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Bulls trail by 18. And here is Giddey. Knocked away. Powell with the steal. Outside Williams. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Porter. Again, the Nets for 2.
And we are seeing the makings of a masterpiece here, guys, from Porter. A threat to score from anywhere within the half court.
Now here's Giddey. Fires the 3. Knocked loose. Man with it.
Oh, goodness. That is not possible. What we just... Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. The wide open look here for Vucevic. And the 3 ball is good.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Here's Man, and he slams it one-handed.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Nick Claxton.
This is exactly what you hope to see from Jalen Smith. Use that length and physicality in the lane.
And Greg, the Bulls have said they're leaning towards building with depth, saying that star teams are more vulnerable to injury.
Well, they don't yet have a bona fide big-time star on this roster, so if you ask me, that might be a case of sour grapes.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Buzelis is checked in for Vucevic. Kevin Huerter comes in for Dosunmu. And it's Kobe White in for Josh Giddey. The Bulls have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. The chosen one passes to White. And GA, you look at all these great European players. Some saying that youth development in the U.S. could emulate aspects of what they're doing overseas in their system.
Well, it's already going in that direction. Youngsters able to, in essence, go pro from their early teens. But the academies they've set up over there, they are, no doubt, intriguing.
Now, here's Sharp. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots the 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Vucevic checked in for Jalen Smith. Bulls trail by 20. There's the pick. Here's the chosen one. Bounces high off the rim and drops. The chosen one's got 7 now in this quarter.
Boy, he's been impressive scoring the basketball, but it is really tough to play from behind.
And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Here's Demon. It's Thomas on the wing. Sharp sets the pick for Thomas. 5 to shoot. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Well, Thomas putting that pass on time and on target. Love to see it from that scorer.
Pick by Vucevic. Here's the chosen one. Pass to Vucevic. Bulls moving the ball around. The offensive rebound. The second chance effort, and it's good on the layup. Vucevic has got 11 in the second half.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
Claxton the pass to Thomas. And it's sent back by White.
And I love seeing White use that athleticism on defense. Great hustle to swat that shot.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
This game is going to get even more out of hand unless they start valuing the basketball.
Brooklyn leading by 18. Pass to Sharp. There's a screen by Porter. Back to Sharp. Thomas against White. Here's Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Well, that's something his coaches would like to see more of from Cam Thomas. Making plays for others.
With the floater. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Igor Demon.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And in a little over a decade, the Nets, GA, having to rebuild from the ashes of 2 super team iterations.
The short time span between shows how quickly they can turn things around. And with a treasure trove of picks in the coming years, they look to climb that mountain once again.
Porter kicks to Thomas. Jacks up a 3. Buzelis grabs the board. Bulls trail by 19. Here's the chosen one, and he's knocked off course by the D. The foul called. He'll shoot free throws. That one on Porter. The first one falls.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Good on both. Brooklyn leading by 17. Here's Demon. On the wing, Porter. Outside Thomas. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
I'm not sure how we define a difficult finish for Cam Thomas. This guy finds a way through contact.
Pass to Vucevic. Fires from deep. A three-pointer. Good.
Boy, this guy has been a completely different player in this half of basketball. Incredible.
Here's Sharp. Shoot from 12. Vucevic pulls it down. Here's the chosen one. Picked by Vucevic. Al Herter. Now White. Claxton with the rebound. Ball's knocked loose. Now White. Here's the chosen one. Now Vucevic, beyond the arc, does not go in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Demon, and it misses. Vucevic is screen on Porter. Now Vucevic, and he banks the layup in.
Well, this is about the stellar interior game of Nikola Vucevic. Defender in his grill? No problem.
Oh, the dunk!
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Brooklyn.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Nick Claxton.
Boy, it's not just the scoring he gave them. It was the efficiency with which he did it.
And here's White after the three-pointer from Nikola Vucevic. Uncovered. Another possession. Another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
There's 39 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Claxton, basket is good.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and could not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And Claxton, no good on that one. And such a valuable guy to this team's rotation, Doris. Nick Claxton is important.
You know, Kev, I'll tell you one thing. This guy brings a ton of energy. He's willing to battle for loose balls, for rebounds. On the defensive end, you know he can make an impact. There's incredible length, and I still think a ceiling that he can get to.
So it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Nick Claxton.